We are celebrating our 72nd World Health Day. It may be occurring to you that why to congratulate. I believe that the last few years have had the maximum impact on health and in the whole decade, and yet we survived. So hence claps for everyone, please. The theme for this year is Our Planet and Our Health. What do we mean by health? As students of community medicine, we all know the definition of health. If we understand it, then why are we implementing it? If yes, then why only the 4% of the population in this world is healthy? Yes, it comes as a surprise that only 3.5% of the total 7.9 billion population of the world is healthy. What about the rest 96%? Unfair, right? Our world is an unequal one. Some people are able to live healthier lives and have better access to services, while some struggle to make the basic ends meet. Last year in 2021, as we discussed about, the WHO themed World Health Day as building a fairer and a healthier world. The first point that comes to our mind when we wonder about health is environment. That is our planet. If our planet is not healthy, then how can we be? Hence, today I, Anvesha, along with my team from 10 to 17 role numbers, is here to speak upon the theme of this year, that is Our Planet, Our Health. WHO estimates that over 13 million deaths occur annually due to avoidable environmental causes. We must understand climate crisis is public health crisis. What is climate crisis? Yes, I get it that it's a very old topic. We have been studying about it from the second class, global warming, climate change, icebergs melting. Everything we are studying from a long time. Nobody's interested in it. Nobody's interested in hearing about it. Like I can see everybody. But it gives me immense sorrow to actually see that how little we have progressed. Like from the time I was in my second class to now I am completing my MBBS, what has changed in the climate? It has degraded even more. There has been no improvement. But I still believe that those children of 7 to 8 years old used to have more thoughts than us about the environment. They used to think about planting trees, creating forests, etc., etc. And here are we don't think about it. Swami Vivekananda ji once said, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. I'm asking every one of you, right here present today, how many nights have you not slept because you were thinking about climate change? You were worried about it and you could not sleep. Any night anybody could count? No, because we are busy in our lives figuring about futures and etc. Nobody is worried about the climate, right? Okay, how many of us know that the last decade was the hottest in 1 million years? And the CO2 levels right now are the highest in the 2 million years. And we are losing 1.2 trillion ton of icebergs every year. Nobody knows it. We're not just doctors, we are the youth of this country and thus the change makers for the future. And the time is now. There's not going to be any future if the time is wasted right now. So with this, but how? Like the question arises how? This emerges every now and then, how to do it and what to do. I'm no politician or ecologist, but I read about it today, and I devised a few ideas which I think we can implement in our daily lives, which will improve the climate. The first thing, we have a initiative in BPS known as the Plastic Free Campus. But I go to canteen every day, I take juice every day. Whosoever packs the juice, it is sold in that plastic bags. And everyone, literally everyone, even I take that plastic bag, bhaiya lekar chalte hain. Nobody said no, no, we'll carry it in our hands. Everybody uses plastic bags. There have been posters all around the college, do not use plastic, do not use plastic. Everyone around us, even Dominic, DFC, canteen, every person is using plastic bags. Nobody said anything, but everybody is still placing the posters, right? So first is plastic. We are just saying about it, we are talking about it, but you're not doing anything about it. Second part comes as pollution. Now, it may not be right to say, but as we live in a very small campus, we have our residential areas nearby, we have hostels nearby, and a college nearby. Yet, I see people using cars every day to commute here from their homes very nearby, which I believe is not the right way to save an environment. Now, third point I would like to mention is electrical appliances. How many of you are in favor of 5G? A lot of people would be in favor of 5G, but do you know what 5G is actually doing? Now I would like to ask this question in Hindi. किसी को करंट लगा है किसी मेटल अप्लायंस से इधर हॉस्टल में? From the last year, they have been installing 5G towers all around, due to which there are radiations in the environment. It occurred to me last year that there has been a lot of current. Every time I used to touch my doorknob, it would gave me a shock. And I was wondering what is happening. So we read about it on the internet, me and my friend, and it says that due to 5G radiations, the radiations are so high that you can actually feel the current in the environment. Like, आपको random current लगेगा चीजों से. You not experience it right now. I think you should give it thought about it. And apart from just ourselves, we can, as the movie was released, but Pakshi Rajan person was there, and the person told that birds are getting killed because of it. And it is literally a fact. But nobody thinks about it. Everybody just complains about the speed. Net is slow, this is happening, that is happening, that is happening. Do you actually need a net that is super fast? What would save? You will save just a few seconds of your time, but you're not thinking about the future. You're not thinking about how many years are wasted of your lives when you're like thinking about minute seconds. And think about the future generations. What are we giving to our future generations? As a child, my grandfather like taught us about birds. He used to say that there are these birds, these birds, these birds. As I've grown up, I'm not able to see any birds. How many of you have actually seen sparrows? Many of the people won't be even knowing what is the difference between a sparrow and others looking bird like sparrow. A few years back, I researched upon it on the internet, and in Haryana, only 6,000 sparrows are alive. So it's a rare probability if you have seen one. Apart from it, as we're like a girls' college, so one thing I would definitely like to talk about is sanitary napkins. How many of us use sanitary napkins? Raise your hands. Everyone, right? And do you know that it takes 1,000 years for a sanitary napkin to recycle? Does anybody know about it? Because it is plastic. What do you think they're making it of? It is basic plastic. But still nobody thought about an alternative. There are numerous alternatives available in the market. There are menstrual cups which are available, which are silicone, and they're reusable. You don't have to create plastic of 18 to 20 times every month, which may be alternative. But nobody is using it, even though we are the best section of our society, as we quoted. Apart from it, there's e-waste which you can decrease. And the latest is the sustainable clothing. How many of you have heard or searched about sustainable clothing? And how many of you are actually wearing it? Khadi is a very nice point. Apart from it, they're Khadi people find old-fashioned and all. Even H&M is selling sustainable clothing. Nobody is wearing it. But it is something we have to do every day. We go to Sarojini, we go to Janpat, we go to a variety of places. 10 kapde le aayenge. There's no need of 10 clothes because they're not getting recycled very easily. And with all this, I would come to an end and hand over the further mic to my colleague, Bhavya. Thank you.